Okay.
Good.
Okay, thanks. Good morning. Today is February 11th, 2019. Wichita Fire Department here at City of Wichita's Interwatch. I'd like to give an update on a couple fires that occurred last week. The first one that occurred was February 5th, 2019, around 2:42 hours. Fire crews were dispatched to a reported house fire at 1001 East MacArthur. First arriving crews arrived on scene, nothing showing visual from the outside, no smoke or fire. Once crews made entry inside, they discovered smoke inside. They stretched a fire attack line and was able to contain the fire in a room of origin of the bathroom. The cause of the fire was determined to be candles and an electrical malfunction also. Damage to the structure was $15,000 and approximate damage to the contents was $5,000. Next fire also occurred February 5th, 2019 at 0948 hours. First arriving companies found heavy fire and smoke showing from the rear of the structure. Fire crews made an aggressive attack from the inside and exterior to be able to search for any residents. Everybody was accounted for in the exterior. Crews were able to have contained the fire to the southeast portion of the structure itself. The cause of this fire was overload of extension cords and power strips. Damage to this structure was $30,000 and contents was $10,000. Next fire, I'd like to give an update that occurred on February 8th, 2019, 15:21 hours. Address of this location was 1127 North Broadway. This was a large 2.5-story balloon frame structure. First arriving companies had heavy fire smoke showing from the front of the structure. Due to the construction type of this fire, it was difficult to be able to get a containment of the fire in the room of origin, but crews were able to have attack lines on the first and second floor, able to contain the fire to a minimal as much as possible. Crews were basically, this was a vacant structure that has been vacant for the past 6 months per the owner of the building itself. Structural damage was $55,000 and contents was $20,000. This cause of the fire is still under investigation due to it being vacant for the past 6 months. Next update I'd like to give occurred on February 10th, 2019. This fire occurred at 4742 South Emporia, the Best Western Hotel. Fire crews were called to a were dispatched to a system alarm. First arriving companies arrived on scene and discovered a male occupant hanging from the window and smoke showing from the third story involved hotel room. Once crews noticed that, they dispatched this to upgrade it to a building fire. Fire crews were able to contain the fire to the room of origin. The fire sprinkler system for the apartment or for the hotel did activate and was able to contain majority of the fire to the room of origin. Most of the damage has occurred from the water damage itself from the sprinkler system. Damage to the structure was $100,000 and the contents is $25,000. This fire has been determined that it was intentionally, and as of right now, where fire investigation units are still trying to gather information and get the cause of the fire itself. From the fires that occurred last week, the Wichita Fire Department would like to continue to remind residents to have safety in mind. Smoke alarms, working smoke alarms do save lives. It's very important that everybody is aware of an escape plan out of your type of residence, not just from a single-family dwelling, but also from apartment complexes and hotels, but also make sure that everybody has an evacuation plan and it has a safe meeting spot. Candles, right now, the month of December, January, and February are peak months for candle fires. We want to remind everybody, you treat them as you would any type of space heater. If you're in a room, as long as you're in a room, once you leave that room, make sure that they are extinguished, completely extinguished, and also be aware of the clearance that you have around the candles themselves. And also extension cords and power strips. Extension cords are temporary use depending on what you have plugged in. Some type of appliances ask for quite a bit of voltage. Always be aware of the type of power strips. Don't overload, daisy chain, piggyback on any type of electrical appliances. Thank you. Oh.
Sorry, in the last fire, how were you guys able to determine that it was intentionally set?
The evidence that was shown from the hotel fire was there's been some tampering with the sprinkler systems in the room itself.
Was it the male occupant that you said was hanging? How is he, and was he the only one in that room where this tampering occurred? He
was transported to that local hospital, Code Yellow. Injuries from the fall itself. Right now, we don't have an update on if anything from the fire itself caused it. As I said, the fire investigation units are still interviewing and gathering information.
Was he the only individual in that room?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, appreciate Captain O'Kady's giving us an update on the fires and the hard work the Wichita Fire Department does in partnership with the police department to help keep this community safe. As he said, it is February 11th, start of a new week. I have just one quick item, an aggravated robbery that occurred at the Family Dollar, 900 block of South Woodlawn. Just asking the community if they have any information on this case, they can give us a call, Crime Stoppers or our detective section. And also have members from the Honor Versus Foundation going to come up and speak about a benefit concert coming up at the beginning of next month in regards to Detective Matt Young, who's been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer. So our thoughts and prayers continue to go out for Detective Young and his family. So I'll let them come up and speak in just a moment. The aggravated robbery, 19C8828 is the case number, 900 block of South Woodlawn, again at the Family Dollar. Occurred last night at approximately 6:50 in the evening. Officers responded to an armed robbery call at the Family Dollar, 900 block of South Woodlawn. When they arrived, they made contact with two 36-year-old female employees. Both the employees stated that two unknown suspects entered the business, and one of the suspects pulled out a handgun and was demanding money. Money was taken by the suspects, who fled on foot. Fortunately, there were no injuries in this case. First suspect's unknown white Hispanic male in his 30s, approximately 5'6", 180 pounds, brown hair, black mask, had a black zip-up hoodie with a gold, blue, and red dragon on the front, was wearing blue jeans and armed with a black handgun. Second suspect was an unknown black male in his 20s, 5'6", approximately 160 pounds, had a black hoodie with Hollister 1922 in white lettering on the front. Also was wearing a black mask, black pants, and black shoes. If you have any information on this case, please call Crime Stoppers 267-2111, or you can reach our detectives at 268-4407. Okay, I'll now pass it over to the Honor Versus Foundation, who's going to come and talk about a benefit concert coming up at the beginning of next month. So, you come up. And whoever else. Thank you.
We're all coming.
Okay, perfect.
Good morning. I'm Officer Steve Jarrell. I am the media spokesperson for the Honor Versus Foundation. With me is President of the Honor Versus Foundation, Paul Zamorano. Also Sergeant Shane Preble, who is the commander of the bomb squad, and then Detective Chris Maines, who works in the domestic violence sex crimes unit. The Honored Versus Foundation and the Wichita Police Department Bomb Squad, along with the Sex Crimes Unit, announced a benefit concert for Detective Matt Young. Detective Young is a 20-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department. He is currently assigned to the Domestic Violence Sex Crimes Unit, and he is a technician with the WPD Bomb Squad. Unfortunately, Detective Young has recently been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer. This concert will be on Sunday, March 3rd from 5 to 10 p.m. and will be at the Abode venue located at 1330 East Douglas. Music will be provided by Crossfire, which is a local band that is comprised of law enforcement officers. A suggested donation for it will be $10 per person for admission. This benefit concert will be fun and family friendly with live and silent auctions occurring. Our partners, the Wichita Wagon Masters, will be grilling hamburgers and hot dogs that will then be for sale at the event. All proceeds from this concert will benefit the Young family. For additional information, you can contact me, Officer Steve Jarrell, at 316-990-7581 or at my email at sjerrell@wichita.gov.
We'd love to hear just how you would describe, one of your own having this difficulty and what it's like for you guys as a department, and I'd like the other officers to also talk.
Okay. I can tell you that I worked with Matt for several years out at Patrol East, and when I got the phone call 2 weeks ago, I was devastated from it and kind of in shock. Sergeant Preble is also the family spokesperson, so maybe he can add just a touch to it.
As Steve said, the news is still hard to process. Matt is a very respected and valued member of our department. He is a colleague, valued member of the bomb squad, and this diagnosis was unexpected and sudden. The family is, trying to process all of this, and I will say that Matt and Lori are humbled and overwhelmed with the outpouring of support and love that has been forthcoming. We all want to try to do as much for their family as we possibly can, because Matt has done as much as he possibly can for us. So.
Anything? I need to add updates on future events for the Young family. Benefits like this will be posted on the Honored Versus Foundation's Facebook page, so please go and like that. In addition, donations, if someone wanted to make one, can be made at www.thin-blue-line.org. There's a link on there to donate, and they can put a notation that it's for the Young family, and all of it will go directly to them. Thank you.
All right, that's what we have for today. Appreciate everybody being here. It's our Interwatch. Appreciate Honor Versus coming to speak about the benefit concert for Detective Matt Young, again coming up. Thin-blue-line.org if you'd like to donate. So appreciate everybody being here. Thank you.